This Indian Israeli man is growing Indian crops on Israeli soil.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम शरोन है। मैं बहंदी उगाता हूँ इज़राइल में। And the best way to eat okra is fresh.
I'm going to take a bite into this raw okra. I can't believe I'm doing this because I hate bhindi.
ये आपके लिए करेला।
Guys, look at this. Wow, it's huge. It's crazy.
My father and mother origin from India and I born here in Israel. मैंने Indian दिखता है लेकिन हमारा मैं completely Israeli है।
Never ever have I thought that I would find gavarachi bhaji in Israel. This is crazy. Sharon, I'm blown away.
करी पत्ता।
Wait, Sharon, where are you taking us?
This is my Lamborghini. Let's go to the farm. I didn't grow any one flower in my life before I was farm.
And now you're growing Indian vegetables on Israeli soil.
Welcome to Cherry Farm in Israel. My name is Sharon Cherry. My family name is Cherry and I don't grow cherry tomato. I'm growing Indian vegetables in Israel. Actually, my father and mother origin from India and I born here in Israel. मैंने Indian दिखता है लेकिन मैं completely Israeli है.
Where are you taking us right now?
हम लोग हमारा farm है. We are in Be'er Milka. It's in the south of Israel. It's on the border between Israel to Egypt. It's completely desert here. You know, Israel, it's 60% of the land is desert. We established here Indian vegetable farms 13 years ago.
Okay,
Let's show you a few things.
let's do it.
Everything that you will see here in the farm, it's only 13 years old. And everything here is built by our people and alone, okay? So let's see a few of our products. You can see bhindi. दोस्तों, हम लोग bhindi available Israel में है.
Oh, that's so cool.
Dudi available also.
Wow, that's so green. Fresh.
Yes, and we have also turi.
Turi?
This is Malabar spinach. This is a spinach origin from Sri Lanka. Look at the size of the leaves. Okay, and how they are strong. They have also a good nutrition and very good shelf life. Here we have iron, I think maybe 10 times more than regular spinach. In addition to growing vegetables, we also packing our vegetables with our own brand. And this is how the customer is getting the best quality of vegetables. Actually, what we are doing in the packing, we are choosing for the customer the best product, and when customer is buying, he can be very calm that he will get the best product and the best okra or whatever he will buy.
So Sharon, can you give us a demonstration of how you pack your vegetables?
Actually, what we are doing, we are taking all the product here, and the labor here, they are just picking the right okra, okay, the cleaning, of course, the okra. All the okra like this, you see this damage, okay? We don't put it in our box.
Okay.
So we separate it. We choose only the best okra that we can see here. Of course, it have to be clean. After it became 330 grams, okay? We are just putting this box in this machine, and this machine will put the label on this box. Everything is going outside in our carton with our brand. Our brand is called Cherry Farm, and this is a brand of Indian vegetables in Israel in the last 13 years.
How many seconds does it take for a box to pack and be labeled?
One box, it will be about 1 minute.
That's fast.
Sure.
Wait, Sharon, where are you taking us?
This is my Lamborghini. Let's go to the farm. Come,
Wow,
let's
this is super cool. Look
let's
at
see
this,
some
guys.
vegetables. Come.
This is our ride for today.
What you were gonna see here in my farm, okay? Everything 13 years ago, it was here nothing. What you see here, this is the labor house.
Okay.
And here is the nursery and all the greenhouses. 13 years ago, nothing was here. Only sand and sand. I want to show you how it's looked before we started this farm.
All right. What were the challenges while you were building your farm?
The biggest challenge was that we didn't have in this region any construction who will bid for us. So everything that we done here, we done alone, me and my labor. And you can see all these greenhouses, everything we build this alone. Now I want to show you, this is our new plot here, but I want to show you, let's go from here.
Guys, this is our Lamborghini ride for today. Super cool. I myself have never been in this part of Israel, so this is my first time. Thank you, Sharon, for hosting us.
Welcome.
Wow, we're actually in the desert.
Completely desert.
Sharon, why are we in the middle of the desert?
We are in the middle of the desert because this is the place that we choose to live in. 20 years ago, the government decided to establish a new village here in the desert. It's called Be'er Milka. And me and my wife came here 13 years ago to this completely desert. And if you will see in this side, you will see our farm. It's not only this is our farm. And actually, 13 years ago, this farm was like this desert. And all this area here, it's actually the agriculture area of the Moshav, of this village. Each family have his own plot, and each family is growing for herself their own vegetable, fruit, whatever they will choose. And of course, in this side, this is the border with Egypt. On this hill, this is Be'er Milka. This is the village. This is a completely new village, 20 years old, and it started with 6 families who came here from all the country. Most of them without any knowledge in agriculture. Even me, I don't have any preview knowledge in agriculture. I didn't grow any one flower in my life before I was farmer.
And now you're growing Indian vegetables on Israeli soil. That's crazy.
This is an imli tree.
Imli.
Imli, right. So we try to adapt it to the desert, to our condition.
Okay.
And what you see here, it's a different variety of mango.
Mango.
And we try to see which one will be the best for our climate, for our soil. Actually, what we are doing here, we adapt the plants to our condition, and then we will decide which variety to grow for commercial.
And how long does it take for you to decide?
A few years.
A few years.
Yes. It's not in agriculture. It's not. It's for we thinking for a long term, and all the process is taking time.
So it's not like Instagram where everything is instant.
No, it's not. We are thinking here about growing fruits in the future, and actually this is for our kids. The kids maybe will grow it
For the future generations.
They will only do the R&D, and I believe that they will have their result. And they will grow it.
They can enjoy it.
Correct.
Sharon, where are you taking us right now?
Let's see the first poly house. Let's see what is the surprise inside. Come, please. Turi. Indian Turi. This is our first grow. You can see here, we grow here Turi, regard gourd. And everything you can see it's on a construction, and we are in a poly house. Actually, what happened in India, most of this grow is growing in open field, and our method here, we don't grow in an open field. First of all, we want to give protection for the vegetable, for the crops, from pest and from climate harsh
weather climate conditions.
Correct. So
when you say poly house, just for common people who are watching this video, what is the job or function of a poly house?
Poly house, it's a construction that covered with plastic, which means that we want to warm the construction the place. And a net house, it's without plastic. It's just a net that's saving us from the pests. When we are growing in a poly house, in a net house, we're saving about 75% from the pest attacked this crop. Actually, we are protected.
What else are you growing, Sharon?
This is a Loki.
Bottle gourd.
You can see bottle gourd. Yes, you can see here more and more. We have the small one, and this is the smallest one. And actually, we're growing it 12 months in the winter, in the summer. In the winter, we're growing it in the greenhouse because of the temperature. And in the summer, we're growing in a poly house, in a net house. Everything that you see here, okay, it's with very, very less chemical. We don't use chemical for spraying. We just trying to use different method and other method. Like if we have here some pest, some insect, bringing here the predator, the biological predator, they will eat it.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
This is the idea, okay? We stop to use chemical because the chemical have a lot of problem, of course, for the health, and there is a resistant, okay? These pests have a resistant, and what we saw in the last years that we all the time we spraying chemical, but it's not helping. So we change all our method. Our method is when we have pests, we're bringing a biological predator.
So Sharon, why are you growing the most disliked Indian vegetable in Israel?
Because this is the best vegetables in India.
No way. Karela. He's talking about karela, you guys.
Karela, let's see this one you can see here. This is the karela. This is my first try that I done in Israel. Actually, the story is my grandmother was a diabetic patient, and the only things that help us is karela. So this was my first experiment, and actually we are growing the karela with Israeli technology and Israeli method. Listen, what I done here is very simple. I took a traditional crops that grow in India in an open field, and I put all the technique, all the agro technique that the Israeli agriculture know, and I just adapt it, which means drip irrigation, fertilize, construction greenhouses and net houses. And actually what we got the best result because we took all the technique, okay, and adapted to these crops. When you are giving a good water management and a good fertilizer management to the plant, you're getting better yield and of course high quality of fruits. What do you see here? It's with zero chemical. We don't spray any pesticide here, and this is because of our method. The method is not organic method, but we are calling it safe food, which means if I have opportunity to treat with organic method, I will choose it. It's not gonna help the organic method, I will use chemical, regular method. So we try to be very precise what we're giving to the plant because in the last we're eating these fruits. Yeah, karela.
Guys, look at this. Wow, it's huge. It's crazy. Great job on bringing Indian vegetables to Israel.
Thank you.
Before we move on, let me share a quick insight. All of you have been watching this channel, but 80% of you have not subscribed to this channel. Only with your support, I'm able to grow, invite better guests, and create an impact in the India-Israel space. So please go ahead, click that subscribe button and help this channel grow. You can also support this channel on Ko-fi. With great content comes great responsibility and great expense. So every little bit helps. And now, back to the show.
Just adding organic material and adding minerals
To the sand.
And the big advantage of this sand is actually the drilling. When you are irrigate with water, the water is going down very well. There is no stress of the root system with overloading, overwater. So we prefer drilling soil than heavy soil. So we invest a little bit more compost, more organic material, and of course we are irrigate more, but our result is amazing. Our yield is very high and the quality. Let's see a greenhouse and let's see some special crops here in the desert. Bhindi.
Hindi.
You can see here, this is a greenhouse. This is about 1 acre of greenhouse, and you can see all the labor, our nice Thai laborers. Good morning. This is our guys who's working. They're coming from Thailand to work here 5 years in Israel. And now they are just harvesting okra. And
All right.
you can see. This is our okra field in a greenhouse. You can see up, this is a plastic cover, which means that it's more hot here than the net house. And if you will see this plant here, okay, let's take this flower, okay? This flower is just open today in the morning and it will close in the evening. After it will close, tomorrow we will see this, okay? We will see that the flower became dry and the okra will go out from this junction. And after this one, in day 3, will be in this size, maybe more. In day 4, we already will harvest it. Let's see how they harvest. This is cow. Cow is a nice guy from Thailand. And you can see him harvest. We don't harvest by hand. Okay, we are harvesting with a scissor.
Is there a reason?
Yes,
Can you tell us the difference?
There is a big reason, okay, because when you are taking the okra, okay, and you're trying to harvest it like this, you damage the okra and you also damage the plant. This pulling that you make is also makes stress of the plant. We don't want to make the stress, and also we want here that it will be a sharp
Cut.
okay, a sharp cut. If it's not a sharp cut, you will have here fungus.
So it will not last long.
Correct. We want a long shelf life, we want less fungus, so this is why we harvest with scissors. We want a sharp cut, and we don't want to make stress
On the plant.
on the plant.
What's the shelf life of a good healthy okra?
If you're gonna keep it in cooling in 12 degree, it will stay about 2 weeks.
Okay. And how long till it goes to the market? Because I know sometimes there's wastage of food because people don't buy or it's just not, I don't know, for XYZ reason. What do you do then? Or it's just that's not you don't look into it? Okay.
Guys, let me give you a fun fact. Okra, in almost in all the world, it's a that grow in the open field. And we are maybe the first farmer in the world that took this okra and get it inside in the greenhouses and the net houses. Our result is amazing. Actually, what we done, we took the construction and the condition that cherry tomato is growing in Israel, and we just changed the crop from cherry tomato to okra. We irrigate, we fertilize, we're doing all the things that we are doing in cherry tomato. This is what we done in okra. We give the okra love, and the okra give us back love. So our yield in greenhouses and in the net houses, it's almost double and triple than in the open field. Of course, the quality is amazing. There is very less a treatment that you have to give here. And of course, there is very less pest. If there is less pest, which means that we don't need to use chemical. And the best way to eat okra, it's fresh.
No way! Did you just take a bite into that raw bhindi?
It's the best one. Try to eat 5 in a day. It will control your diabetes and everything will be great.
Guys, take note. Guys, as Sharon suggested, I'm going to take a bite into this raw okra. I can't believe I'm doing this because I hate bhindi. I grew up disliking bhindi so much that I don't eat it even today. But let's give this a try. Wait, it actually tastes like a little bit of peas, afuna. It's fresh. Highly recommend.
It was only the small okra, okay? It was a variety of small okra with a lot of gelatin. And when we started 13 years ago with the Indian okra, we found that this okra have a less gelatin, and a lot of people who hate okra doesn't like this gelatin taste. So this okra, this Indian okra, is a game changer in the Israeli market because the people who doesn't like okra, now they like the Indian okra. So it's a change in the market and it's very amazing. Let's see my nursery.
Let's do it. What is the function of a nursery?
Nursery, it's the child house. Okay, all our babies, okay, we have started to grow it in the nursery. The nursery give us a solution to prepare the plant, the seedling, very well. And we have our own nursery. We don't use other outside nursery. And our control, we are making our own seedling. We're creating everything by ourselves. Let's see how it looks like.
All right.
Okay, so this is our small nursery, and now actually we don't have any seedling here because we are not in the season, but you can feel here that we enter, it's very hot.
Yeah.
And there is a fan who taking out all the air, and we have a sprinkler system and irrigation system. And you can see here a few trials that we are doing now. Actually, it's not commercial, it's just testing. This is called the yam. It's a kind of potato that we're trying to adapt it to the Israeli desert climate. And here we have a few seedling of the spinach, the marble spinach. And there's something, this is a taibi, long taibi. Okay. But anyway, the idea is this is our kid garden. Okay, and here we are giving the right treatment to our first seeds and then seedling. And if we are making a good job in preparing a good seedling, we will have a good success with the growth in the greenhouse or in the net house. We are growing Indian vegetables, but we are always looking for the future. And our main topic now is to try to grow Indian fruits also in the desert. So we're trying to examine different kind of crops and to see if we can adapt it to the Israeli desert. You can see here, for example, a few planks of curry leaves that I'm crazy about curry leaves, and also the Israeli market is looking for these leaves. This aroma is not available here in Israel. It's only unique for India. And we try also to bring it to the Israeli cuisine. You can see here, this is imli, okay? A tamarind plant. And here we have chiku. And these big plants here, this is fanas, jackfruit. And you can see here also different variety of mango. And here different variety of moringa that we are trying to see which variety will go, will fit to our place. A little bit, this is neem tree, and we have also dragon fruits. And here you can see more variety of moringa. We are trying different method here to make the plant stress. If the plant will be in stress, it will produce more flowers, which mean more fruit. So you can see here that how small is the pot, okay, of this plant. Okay, this is one of the way that we are making him in stress.
Guys, बहुत गर्मी है. Can you imagine growing these vegetables in this weather? Can only take the right person and the right technology.
This is a construction that we made, the first construction that we made here, and everything is with okra. And I want to show you this one.
Sharon, what is this green sapling doing in the middle of nowhere? What's happening?
Yeah, actually, this is an amazing crop. We brought it 12 years ago and tried in the desert. It's a haldi.
Oh, it's haldi.
And this is the first haldi in the desert in all the world. We know that outside from India, it was 2 trials. One in Israel, we tried to make it, and one in Arizona in the US. And we found that this grow is amazing for the desert. We adapted to the desert, and it's great for this soil condition. Okay, this our soil, our sandy soil. Okay, it's helping to the root, okay, of the haldi to develop and to be bigger. I will show it to you here. You can see everything now, it's wet. And look at this. You can see here, okay, this is a small haldi. Okay, this is the haldi that we plant, and it just grow. You can see all the roots here.
Very cool.
This is gawar.
Gawar?
Yes, gawar.
Gawarachi bhaji, guys.
Gawarachi bhaji. Okay, this is the first one. We will harvest in about 10 days. It will yielding. And gawar in Israel, only in the summertime.
Never ever have I thought that I would find gawarachi bhaji. Guys, gawarachi bhaji in Israel. This is crazy. Sharon, I'm blown away.
Curry pata. First of all, this is amazing ingredients in the Indian cuisine that was available here in Israel. So we brought it also. And what is amazing in curry pata, in this plant, that you don't have any pest. So what we done here with this plant, we combined it in our farm in places that we want to avoid from the pest. For example, in the enter of greenhouses, we want to plant curry pata. Okay? Because we're thinking that they have some is avoiding pests. Is avoiding the pest, okay, from the region, and we're testing this in the last 2 years, and there is a good result. Also, karela plants, okay, doesn't have any pest anyway in our region, so we're using it also to avoid other pests. So what I done a few years ago, I took the karela leaves, I crushed it, and I produced from this the liquid, and with this liquid I gone to other plants with some pest. And I spread it, and it was
working?
Good result.
Ooh.
And actually, today there is a lot of material that made from vegetables for pest control, like neem oil or things like this. We're thinking also about some oil that we can produce from the karela for using in organic farming.
Guys, stay tuned for that.
Let me take you to other type of greenhouse. This is a greenhouse with a climate control system, which means that we can control here temperature, humidity, and more things. And what you can see, this is a karela grow. This is almost 10 months old. Okay, we planted 10 months ago, and we grow all the winter season. In winter season in Israel, it's cold. Okay, here it's very cold.
How cold does it get?
Night temperature can be 4 degrees, sometimes 0. This is why we cannot grow this in an open field in Israel in the winter time. So we choose to grow it in a climate control greenhouse. Everything here is controlled by app. And we're just telling this system how much temperature we want, how much humidity, and all the fans and all the system is working automatically.
I have a question. Why is it so close to each other compared to the other?
Because it's an old grow now, okay? It's 10 months old. What we saw there, it was about only 2.5 months.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now actually it will be very difficult to grow here because it's too hot.
Yeah.
So we finish here the season and we are growing in a net house that it will be much easier to grow there in the summer.
So what do you do now, because it's done with the growing season? What do you do with them now?
We're taking out everything, okay, and move it to a compost company who's making from this compost. And we're cleaning everything and prepare it to the next cycle that it will be in the 4 months.
Okay.
This is a net house, and we finish here a cycle of grow. And what we are doing, we are preparing the next cycle of growing. So what of our method here in the desert, it's disinfection the soil. Actually, we don't, after we finish our crop, we are covering, we're adding compost to the soil, and then we cover with a plastic. Under this plastic, this drip system is continue to irrigate water. And what happened here, because of the water and because of the heat of the sun, the soil start to heat.
Okay.
And when the soil start to heat, we just make this technique for 1 month, at least 1 month. And the result is a disinfected soil without any disease and without any weeds. So actually this is our weed control and also disease control of the soil. It's called solar disinfection, and we are using the heat of the sun.
Hey, Sharon, these pipes look like they're very important. Can you tell us why?
This is my office. This is the farmer office. This is the heart of the farm. Actually, this is our water system. What is amazing in Israel that we have a supply of water, of fresh water, to almost each farm. So you can see that we are in the desert, but government is invest in pipelines of water, of fresh water. And actually we have here, this is the fresh water. We're getting here the fresh water. And here we have a salty water. This is a salty water will come under the ground. Actually 45 years ago, when these people start to come to this region, they also discover a big aquifer of water under the ground. It was so huge, something like 7 times that the Kinneret Sea that we have in the north is fresh water. But this water was a brackish water. And they were so disappointing about found brackish water. But is Israeli, we told, okay, this is what we have from lemon, we're gonna make lemonade. And in that moment, the first farmers started to do R&D about this water. Today, we know that if you irrigate with a brackish water, it's better from irrigate with a fresh water, which means what we are doing here, we are mixing the water. The saltiness of this brackish water is very high, and here we have fresh water. So what we have here in this system, we have 2 kinds of water who's coming together, and here it's mixing. We are mixing the water by this sensor. We have this sensor here. We decide how much saltiness water we want. For example, for okra, I need 1 EC, and for turi, I need 1.5 EC. So for each irrigation program, we decide how much saltiness water will go there. I will show you the computer. You can see here. Now we have here this sensor, and he said now that we have 0.36 EC saltiness in the water, and we see here how much saltiness we are irrigate. I can make it different by control, of course, this computer system that already also connected to my my mobile.
Really?
Everything here, it's automatically, the irrigation, the fertilize, and we can control it by the app.
On your phone?
On my phone from any place in the world. If there is here some problem, so we immediately getting a SMS and a message, and we can handle it. So good farming is starting with a good irrigation. If we have a good irrigation, then we have a good fertilization and continue, etc., we will have a good yield and a good quality.
Farmers doesn't control the price of their products. Indian bhindi नहीं मिलता Israel में. Only local bhindi. This is the way of life of farming. And you know, farmer, he have to be optimist.
Oh,
if he's not optimist, he cannot do any farming at all.